Here's how to change the camshaft sensor connector on a 2004 to 2006 Dodge Sprinter. It's so brittle that it just kind of falls apart, so good luck taking it apart the proper way. But I think the proper way is, well, you would get a terminal removal toolkit, but I've got this really small flathead. Or you could try the little tool for pulling out the SD card on an Android. The idea here is that you're gonna push on that nub, you know, like this way. You're gonna hit that nub, and at the same time, you're going to push out this way of this little plastic piece that's holding onto that nub. Little ears will clip onto that little pin somehow, but basically you gotta pry it out towards the outside of the connector, and the side you want to do that from is the side with the part number on it right there, just a press fit. So what I did is I used my flathead to push on that same little part, and you can extract it that way. So I'll try to set up my phone here to show you. So remember, you gotta have a picture of this before you take it apart. And you should have a spare on hand, the connector, before you take it apart, because if you're planning on putting this back together, it might not happen due to all the heat that goes on under here, especially if you have Black Death. So that's another thing. This PCV valve, it can leak oil this way, and it can get onto the pins, and you can get an intermittent no start or hard start. So the cam sensor is only necessary for starting, then it's not needed for running. So it won't shut down your engine, but it will prevent you from starting. Alright folks, so see those little tiny tabs in there? That is what it looks like is going to hold on to those crimps. So you'll want to put it in the right way. I think it's only going to go in one way, but I wouldn't force it. Okay, so it looks like this side is the part that that little crimp goes onto. So, okay, so I've got the little ears on this side. Okay, before I slide them in, I'm going to check my picture again. Okay, that's correct. So brown is number 1, yellow is number 2, red is number 3. And let's make sure they're lined up. See, the center one is not lined up, like perpendicular in the hole, so it's not going to snap in. So I'm going to rotate it. There we go. Oh yeah. Yes! I must mention, this is kind of a risky roadside repair, because if you damage one of these wires, it's not going to start. And you want to avoid splicing and cutting these wires, because the ECM can trip out if there's resistance in the circuit. So there we go. Simple as that. Now we give it like a 2-pound pull test, and I want to make sure those are fully seated in there. Alright, yeah, this is fully in. Ideally you would use electrical cleaner. Make sure that cam sensor is nice and clean. And then I'll let it dry. And then I will change my PCV valve, because Europarts has one now, and they fix all their issues. So I would recommend that if this issue is caused by your PCV valve leaking on your cam sensor connector, definitely spend $80 to change it. Check for debris. Clip goes on top. Okay, now let's check for debris in the fan area. locate all tools. If I didn't get it all the way in, it won't start. Damn, I'm good. Mission complete. The job's not done. We need to protect these wires because they're some of the most important wires in the van. So they'll cause a no start. So you need some high quality 3M or Scotch electrical tape. And this is called split loom conduit. You can get it at any auto store or Harbor Freight. Once you got it nice and taped up, you can add your split loom. This won't work because take a look at this. This rests on here and you're going to be squashing that cam sensor wire if you don't get it. Probably through that tiny little channel, huh? Okay, I've got to take this. Let's see. Alright, now it's done. So you just got to make sure not to put too much electrical tape on that section. That'll work. Kind of squished, but